Good morning. It is 8:25 a.m. Oh, I have to sneeze. False alarm. It's still coming. I can feel it in there. It's just not ready to emerge yet. Delayed due to the pandemic. Um, I'm Christiana Ellis, and this is 5 more minutes. All that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I stayed up later than I should have, watching more of the Critical Role Campaign 2 finale than strictly necessary because A, I didn't finish it anyway, and B, very little value in watching it live, relatively speaking, especially at the cost of having to stay up so late. But, so I'm looking forward to finishing that though. It's exciting to complete a story like that. I think that there were a lot of, lots of people can have more to say about all that stuff than I do. I'm just pleased that, a show I enjoy with people that I like, even though I've never met them in person. Um, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm a little bit out of it still, just a little bit. But I'm glad to be getting into, you know, uh, another weekend. Obviously, still working today, not in the weekend yet, but I'm looking ahead to it. But I'm also looking ahead that I think I am on the cusp of planning my first actual travel trip. Um, since this all happened, I'm gonna go visit my family in Colorado. I haven't actually booked the trip formally yet, but I have identified the time frame, and I am pleased and excited to be doing that. I made a reservation for Rocket to be boarded, which will be the first time for him, although he has certainly been to this same place for daycare before and seems to love it. And he also he has tolerated being by himself pretty well when it's been necessary. Now this is obviously a longer period, but it helps that he is so adorable because it just gives me confidence that you know he'll be well treated. Not that I expect that any of the dogs are not well treated, even if they're not uh, you know less if they're less adorable. Because let's face it, Rocket's pretty adorable. So, but yeah, so I guess it just sort of I guess what I'm really getting at here is less based on knowing that he's adorable and therefore, and more based on when he has been there for daycare at this place. Oh, car, loud stereo just drove by. When he has been at this place, they seem to know and enjoy him, and so that gives me confidence that they'll take good care of him. But I have a little bit of anxiety about it, nonetheless, just because it's the first time, and you know, first time being away from the little boy for a while. But that's actually still a few weeks away. We're not. This is not imminent or anything, but it's on the horizon. It's close enough that I need to start making arrangements. Yep. So looking ahead to that, and in the meantime, just kind of plugging along. Got a couple more important tests coming up at work next week. But in the meantime, just kind of doing my thing, moving along. Um, Gosh, I guess the remaining thing I have to talk about, I guess, is video games, and I don't know why I was hesitating to just go ahead and do that. There's some part of my brain that was saying, oh, I don't know, don't talk about that. I think that I have a weird sense of anxiety guilt about finally having been able to purchase a PS5, which is pretty silly, really. But I guess it's just one of those things of, since there are still a lot of people who aren't able to get one, like, feel like talking about it feels weird for that reason. I don't know. Maybe that's silly, but yeah. So yesterday I played more of Bug Snacks and the PS5 version of Control, which I did play on PS4, but I didn't beat all the DLC, and also the PS5 version is all updated and smooth and shiny, and a little bit of Demon's Souls yesterday. I was kind of doing grab bag yesterday. And yeah, it's good. I like it. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, I think, because I do actually have to get to work. And I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.